everybody, it's your girl, Alysoko, and today our video is about, as I do my makeup, something that is really, really, really dear to my heart. So, if you guys want to figure out what that is, keep watching. So, as you all know, I have, well, some of you may know, some of you may not know, I have a Korean fiance. And as I've said before, he may or may not make an appearance on this channel, but most likely not. There are so many reasons why, but the topic of this video is probably a lot of the main reasons, okay? So today I'm using my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Palette. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Actually, how do I start? My people, God's people, every people, the universe's people. There are some things that you guys have got to stop asking your friends with Asian spouses, and especially your friends with Korean spouses, okay? Please, please. First one on that list, please stop asking the question, okay? First of all, it's just rude. It's just rude. Like, you would not, I have never been asked this question when I was dating the same race. And I find it wild that people think it's appropriate to ask someone that question just because their partner's Asian. At the end of the day, if I'm happy with it, that's all that matters. Why do you care? Okay? Let's respect boundaries of relationships in general, but that's gonna be a lot of this video today because I don't know what it is about interracial relationships that makes people think they can just disrespect boundaries. And it's not even just on YouTube, it's in real life. This stuff happens in real life. Let's learn how to respect some boundaries. That's the first thing. All right. The second question, or it's kind of statement that people get, especially when they see my fiance, and I've heard this a lot. Oh, he looks so good for an Asian. Now, my people, black people especially, dark-skinned black people especially, black women especially, we have heard this time and time again. Why would we say it to someone else? Oh, he doesn't look as girly as those K-pop boys. Why do you think that's okay? First of all, that feeds into the stereotype of effeminating Asian men, and it's not cool. Asian men are men, and this idea that masculinity is rigid and structured, it needs to go because it's so harmful to Asian men who are basically just out here trying to live their best life, okay? Look, is he from North Korea or South Korea? Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I bet you all think you're so funny with this joke that literally everyone says. Literally everyone. Does it look like I'm laughing? It's not funny to joke about the North Korea situation, and it's even more offensive to joke about it to someone from South Korea. Even if you have no idea what's going on, you know it's not a good situation, and you decide to joke about some people dying and not having enough food or anything like that. If whatever you think is going on in North Korea, it's not a funny joke, and we spouses of Koreans hear it so much. So could you, I don't know, not? Thanks. Next thing on the list of things to please stop asking your friends with Korean/Asian spouses. OMG, you guys, you're so lucky to have a Korean guy. Like, oh my god, yes. Men are men. Men are men. They might have different cultural and ethnic backgrounds, but men are men. Please stop asking your friends, how do I get a Korean guy? How did you get him? Oh, you must be so lucky. First of all, let's stop acting that they're the pedestal when I'm the queen. Do you see this? I am the prize here in this house, okay? I am the prize. And of course, I love my fiance, but I am the badge, okay? He got me, not the other way around. And I'm really tired of this idea, especially with like when in regards to black women, when we date someone outside of a race and it's like, oh, she upgraded. First of all, that is some type of self-hate level that I can't get on. I love my black men. I just happen to fall in love with a Korean guy. Yeah, I'm the catch here. It doesn't matter. I all right. Please stop doing that. That's cringy and weird, and that kind of indicates that something that indicates way too much. Okay, just all right. What is next on my list? I have a list. Is he like in the dramas? That kind of goes back to that men are men. And while yes, some dramas might have some cultural things in it, putting a whole race of people on their fictionalized and dramatized TV shows is kind of weird. We know most Americans don't act like American TV. Like most black people don't act like Bad Girls Club, and a lot of white people don't act like Friends. We don't go around thinking that that is the end all be all. Can we not do that with Asians in general? Because I'm sure if you watch, if you have Thai or Chinese or any kind of Asian spouse with a good drama following, you probably hear it a lot. Just come on, guys. Korean guys are men. Chinese men are just men. Japanese men are just men. Cambodian men, they're all just men. And if they have a sucky attitude, I wouldn't be with them anyway. Other things. Fetishization of mixed children. Oh, you guys knew this was coming. Yeah, that's a no for me, bruh. That's a big no for me, bro. Like, it's not cute. Like, it's there's so much wrong with it. I already don't like the idea of assuming that someone is gonna have a kid, like, and then as soon as they get together being all up in their business about having kids. But I think when it comes to mixed race and like interracial couples, the conversation about children gets so cringy. Oh my god, you guys are gonna have such cute Asian babies. Oh my gosh, your babies aren't even gonna look at you. Are they gonna be Chinese? And I'm dating a Korean. There are conversations that you can have if the person has already disclosed to you that they want to have children. That's one thing. But this idea that people just assume that you're dating someone not your race and that you're gonna have children, that's kind of like a no. Like, what if we don't even want to have kids? It's like I got all this pressure to make these little mixed babies that I don't even know if I want to have most of the time. It's just this fetishization of mixed kids is kind of gross, honestly. And also, you don't need to be in other folks' business. Get out of folks' uteruses, okay? Like, it's 2020. Can we please stop pressuring people to have kids just for the sake of having kids? Just because you get married or just because you start a long-term relationship doesn't mean that you have to have kids. And just because you are in an interracial relationship doesn't mean that you're required to have kids. It's really cringy when you guys keep asking, and it's just like, yo, let us enjoy ourselves in our relationship first. Next thing on my list, racial stereotypes or jokes are not funny, period. And one of the biggest ones, and I've made comments about this before, and the fact that I keep having to say this is kind of annoying, because like, why are we doing this in 2020 and going into 2021. The joke is, oh, you better hope he doesn't steal your dog and eat it. No, it's not cool. I really hate the stereotype. Not because I think it's wrong or unethical for that dogs are eaten or anything like that. And not that I have any opinion on it, but like there's this idea that like that people are lesser for being different. Like, that is such a cruel and terrible joke to make, because it implies that, one, like the person wouldn't care enough about you, that they'd be so hungry for some odd reason that they would take your property and eat it. They would take your cherished thing and destroy it. It's like a weird flex. And also that they are so hungry that they just can't help themselves, that when they see a dog, they must eat it. Like, what is going through your mind when you guys make these comments to people dating Asians? Do you think we're going to laugh with you? Do you think we're going to like just agree with you? I need to know. I need to know. Because people like look at me and expecting like expecting to get like chewed out by this black woman right here. Because if that's what you want, I can definitely give it to you today. Okay, I can give it to you, but please stop. And it's not just like literally anyone dating a Korean or Asian person. Like, we don't want to hear that, and it's so rude and it's so racist. It just sucks. Okay, taking a little sip break. Today our mug is a doggy mug. Okay, let's get back to it. What you guys need to remember is like, I don't know, just boundaries is the biggest thing. Like, I don't know what it is about people interracial dating that just makes people think they have the right to say whatever they want to the person, to be disrespectful to the person, to do like half the crap that people in interracial relationships get just for basically loving someone and not caring about their race. I have to say, like, when I am in my house, of course we talk about race a lot. We actually do have a lot of race discussions, but like, it's like I'm not dating him because he's Korean, just like he's not dating me because I'm a black woman. We love each other and we are engaged to each other and we have committed to each other because this person understands me and he cherishes me and he treats me amazingly. And I am not a person who had a lot of bad experiences. He just happened to be the person who did it the way I wanted to. We gotta stop assuming so much about people in interracial relationships. It's just not cool, and it's just not something I condone. I see so many black women afraid to even mention to people that their husband, their boyfriend, their interest might be Korean, because they're afraid of the literal invasion of privacy that comes with people finding out that your spouse is Asian, or in my very specific case, Korean. I don't know how else to say it, guys. You guys gotta chill. You guys gotta chill, okay? So people, please, people, please. Settle, please. A lot of it's just not your business. Stay out of other folks' relationships and be respectful, okay? Don't be rude, don't be cringy. Also, almost forgot this one. All Asians are not the same. Yes, they are not. I know this might be shocking. A shocking finding, but they're not the same. They have different cultures. They have various different languages, different looks. They all don't look the same either. And there are so many other Asians than just Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. Just putting that out there for you guys. It's extremely rude when someone comes up to me and says, does your fiance understand this? proceeds to make random noises that I'm assuming sound like Chinese, but are not. Some people might think I'm exaggerating, but I get this a lot, way more than I want to. And it can come from family, it can come from friends, and it is not fun, as you can see, because I took the time to make a whole video about it. Yeah, and I just want to say, like, for those who are kind of like, oh, but I'm just curious, oh, how else are you supposed to know? You don't need to know. And your curiosity does not give you the right to be rude. It doesn't. And that's what that is. That's just rude. Asking people these questions that make them uncomfortable, like anything, if they say it makes them uncomfortable, stop. And they shouldn't have to tell you it makes them uncomfortable. Because how would you feel if someone asked you these questions? How would you feel if someone assumed these things about you? A lot of you have had things assumed about you and you don't like it. So why would you do it to someone else? Your cringiness, your obsession does not give you the space, and even more so a reason for you not to do it because it's so cringy. It does not give you the space to just assume anything about or ask anything you want. And like, even if you do find out the answers about this one person, do you think that's gonna be the same for literally every person in that race? Is that how you function? And also, every person who dates a Korean person or a Japanese person is not a Koreaboo. Every person, or a weeb. Hold up, can't do this with my lips at the same time. Pause. It's like, I keep talking about black women because I am a black woman, and this especially affects me the most. But I'm so tired of every time a black woman dates outside of her race, she gets called all types of things. And while I do understand there are people who do just date someone because of their race, and I think those people are weird, every person who dates someone out of their race isn't a weeb. They aren't a Koreaboo. They aren't whatever derogatory term you have come up with to belittle the woman for her choice in love. So that is just my, rant for today. Don't be a jerk. It's that easy. This is the look. This is the finished look. So thank you for coming back and watching my video today. I don't know if you guys would enjoy this rant, but if you did, leave a thumbs up, like and subscribe, hit that notification button so you don't miss any updates. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Bye.